France is calling on the United States to allow Palestinian officials access to next month's United Nations General Assembly. Foreign Minister Jean-Noel Barrot has said that no country should restrict participation at the UN. Let's listen into what he has said.
Je veux rappeler, suite aux annonces qui ont été faites ces dernières heures, que le siège des Nations Unies est un lieu de neutralité, c'est un sanctuaire au service de la paix, où sont résolus les conflits, où sont empêchées les guerres. Et que de ce point de vue-là, une Assemblée générale des Nations Unies, fondée il y a 80 ans, par la France, entre autres pays fondateurs, ne saurait souffrir d'aucune restriction d'accès. Et j'aurai l'occasion de m'exprimer à ce sujet avec mes...
Meanwhile, the United States has barred Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas from attending the UN General Assembly in New York, revoking or denying visas to about 80 Palestinian officials. The move comes as U.S. allies include France, Canada, and Australia prepare to recognize Palestinian statehood, a step Washington says should only come through direct negotiations with Israel. Now for this discussion, we're joined by Keith Vaz. He's a former UK minister, joins us live from London. Thank you very much, Keith, for joining us again. Good to see you. Now, how does this US decision to bar Palestinian officials from attending the UN General Assembly affect diplomatic relations between Washington and Palestine's allies like France?
It's very regrettable, very regrettable. I think it will create a rift between the allies and the President of the United States. But as we know, President Trump does tend to make up diplomacy on the hoof. So there's no reason to believe that they won't all be friends again very soon. But this is, in a sense, a line in the sand. There's no point in having these discussions without the presence of President Abbas. And I think there's no point in also criticizing allies like France, Britain, and Germany, when they are essential to the success of the peace process. So let's hope that diplomacy will prevail and that President Abbas will be allowed to attend a conference that's going to affect himself and his people, which is a sensible thing to do in all the circumstances.
And Keith, now how could such restrictions influence future negotiations and the legitimacy of this UN summit for Palestine?
Well, I think it's a complete waste of time. Unless you allow the Palestinians to participate in what is going on, it is a complete waste of time to have these discussions. It's rather like Alaska, inviting President Putin over, hoping there's going to be some kind of agreement, and then nothing happening. So I think it is essential that they should be allowed in. The rift is never permanent with Donald Trump. So long as you're very nice to him and nominate him for the Nobel Prize, he's very happy. But the key thing is making sure there is progress with these talks, which I hope will happen. And I hope you'll give in and allow the Palestinians to attend. How can you have a conference on the Middle East without the Palestinians? It's absolutely absurd.
Right, and we cannot know exactly why President Trump decided to take such kind of decision, but don't you think that it contradicts his want or his goal to achieve Nobel Prize by stopping Palestine and Israel come to a peace deal?
Well, can I just say to you, please ring me up and have me on your program if Donald Trump ever gets the Nobel Prize for Peace. I don't think it's ever going to happen. And if this is why he's doing it, I think it's a waste of time. You can only get the Nobel Prize for Peace if you promote peace rather than war. Bombing Iran, having discussions without solutions is not the way. I think he's on a pathway for a Nobel Peace Prize. If he can get Zelensky and Putin in the same room, if he can get Abbas and Netanyahu in the same room, I think I will nominate him for the Nobel Prize for Peace. Forget about anyone else. I'll do it. But unless those two things happen, I'm afraid he is not going to get his Nobel Prize for Peace.
Right. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much, Keith, for